Hello, this is K Angels, and I'm going to show you how to do an Imvu repaint. Basically, I just started off by grabbing a darker color, and I started, painting the areas I want to contour, basically.
Ozzy told me quantum life a camera like a paradise. RP the coffee, know my nigga up in paradise. Trying to forget the pain, put a Zanny in my dirty Sprite. Niggas that life of fame.
Oh, and by the way, I'm using the studio pen to do this. Then I grabbed the smudge tool, and I'm using the blending sculptor that I got from the website. And I just smudge over the areas. I will try to link the brushes below that I use, but most of the brushes is the brushes on the app.
We quit to bust a nigga head when it's over, that shit not talked about. I ain't told you about that nigga.
If I'm talking like I'm stupid, and that's just because, I kinda am.
They used to sleep on my mama couch, feeling like fuck it in public, Lil Leaky hopping out. Veggie did a sweep again, they tryna get the game. Sipping all that liquor, I might fuck around and have a hangover. Hustle hard to the game over. I can't wait till it's pain. Them niggas wasn't on my level, it was time to switch a lane over. I got some charges pending, but I steady be spending. He told me I was going broke, but I steady be spending. I'm a convicted felon, but I still keep a weapon. They said in life I live 3 options, that's your hell or heaven. I got some charges pending, but I steady be spending. He told me I was going broke, but I steady be spending. I'm a convicted felon, but I still keep a weapon. They said in life I live 3 options, that's your hell.
I grew up thugging like fuck it. Bust that bitch up in public. I made it past 21.
I sped this video up and still taking a while, so
I'm out that bottom, king lobster.
yeah.
Other crabs in the butt, pinned on my artist. I hope they got me off parole back on the perp. Waiting on C-Murder. Waiting on BG to jump them last couple hurdles. If they try you and you murder, or will you let that shit go? You got options, handle your business up, be laid but I hope.
I got some charges pending, but I steady be spending. He told me I was going broke, but I steady be spending. I'm a convicted felon, but I still keep a weapon. They said in life I live 3 options, that's your hell or heaven. I got some charges pending, but I steady be spending. He told me I was going broke, but I steady be spending. I'm a convicted felon, but I still keep a weapon. They said in life I live 3 options, that's your hell or heaven. This is the Gonna run a nigga. Q-R-N 13, I was thugging hard by 14 off the porch. 15, I was toting pistols by 16 off the road. 17, I was writing routes, going hard on every hook. By 18, I was in the county, no money on my books. Had a red light, niggas say they ride, but not to the very end. Just to get my circle tight, I had to cut up.
When I was doing this, I was having a lot of trouble blending it, as you can see. It just kind of looks stupid, but just trust the process. It'll turn out good. Trust me.
I swear he get a few shots. My neck and wrist so cold, I swear I need a flu shot. Ballin' water, they like Quando Rondo too hot. Why you tryna be something you know you not? I counted up 10 racks just this morning. Way around in the Maybach in a foreign. I remember way back, you was ignoring. I'm preaching like a pastor and y'all actors. I get so high, I pass the law. And my team fly, no passport. Anything that shawty want, all she gotta do is ask for. And that pistol on me, I ain't never lack. Nigga run up on me, swear to God I'm blessed. About to kill a gang, miss closed casket. Yeah.
When I started with the nose, I noticed I was making a whole bunch of mistakes, which was very frustrating. I wanted to stop everything, but I continued doing it because I'm doing it.
time, but I won't back down. I need all your pain and your love right now. Tryna numb the pain with these drugs right now. I'm going insane for your love right now. Say you need some time, but I won't back down. I need all your pain and your love right now. Listen, you need something different. I know I ain't perfect, but I'm trying to fix it. Lately I've been nervous, everybody switching. You need someone who gon' care for you when something's missing. Yeah, taking all these drugs, trying to numb the pain. I don't wanna feel, so I run away. I'm sick of the games, I don't wanna play. Cause I need someone there when I'm not okay. Oh yeah, I just need you in my bed. Thinking about those things you said when you're not with me. You're still in my head. Bust it down, fuck around. Everybody switch, but you stuck around. Run it back, I'm still attached. I'll do anything just to get it back. Tryna numb the pain with these drugs right now. I'm going insane.
So to get the highlight color, I just picked up a color from the cheek, like a lighter color. And for some reason I desaturated it, but yeah, don't do that. Just make it brighter.
Going insane for your love right now. Say you need some time, but I won't back down. I need all your pain and your love right now.
So to paint the lips, I just grab the darkest color in the middle and I use the, I don't know what brush I used. Anyway, I just outlined the middle. That don't make no goddamn sense. But yeah, I outlined the lips, lowered the opacity if I needed to, and I'm not good at describing things, so if you don't understand, then you don't understand. I'm sorry. To paint the eyes, I just grabbed one of the colors and I just drew a half circle and then grabbed the darker color and drew another half circle and then I filled the pupil in. That's what it's called. I don't fucking know. But then I smudged it together just to blend it a little bit. When I added the highlight, I just desaturated the color and brightened it. And I just put a two dots and I drew like the little water line or whatever. And I blended that a little bit just to make it look like it's more part of the eye. So with the eyebrows, I used the gel pen and I basically just traced the eyebrow, lowered the opacity and blended it and then flipped it, duplicated and flipped it for the other eyebrow. And I blended it some more just to make it look better. Okay, right here you can see me struggling to find an eyelash brush, but when I painted the eyelashes, I ended up going under the luminance category and using a light pen. I just used black so it wouldn't make the eyelashes shine like it would do for anything else. I actually used Ibis paint to paint the body and the clothes and stuff, but they didn't have everything I needed, so I just went over to Procreate, used the Fur Brush 1, I think. And like I said, I will try to link the brushes below, but I just went in with black and other colors to give it more of that furry look. Now I'm just going in, like adding random stuff, just looking at brushes, seeing if I want to add anything else. I ended up adding freckles and the eyelashes. And I ended up fixing my lip gloss with just enhancing it to make it look better. But clearly that didn't work out. Well, it somewhat did, but I just used the glowy brush, I think, and the freckles or debris brush under Gab's face. Okay, now I'm showing you how I painted the hair. Actually, I painted the hair before I did anything else, but basically I just drew similar strokes that would look like the hair from the reference. Then I went in with the light brush, low opacity, so it wouldn't shine. And I just started, you know, making a base for the hair. So right here, when I started adding the more, the messier, loose part, I actually messed it up, so I had to, go in and erase it. But it still turned out decent. See, like right there, I'm just undoing it, and I actually went too dark. I filled it in a little too much, and I already had, go over with white and gray to add the shininess to the hair, the more detail and definition. And I made the bun bigger because it was kind of small. So now I'm going in with the light pen with just a slight dark gray, and I just start adding more detail, following my I guess sketch of the hair, and I lowered the opacity so it wouldn't get super bright. when you're editing, make sure you can, what the fuck? Make sure you add a new layer every time you're doing something else, or it'll just affect everything. You make one mistake, like a long time ago, and you're editing on the level, what the fuck? What's wrong with me? When, when you're editing on the layer, and you want to erase it, but you can't because you already did so much work, and you'll just have to end up starting all over. So just make sure you do different layers every time you do something else. Every time you, yeah, you know what I mean. Now I'm just going in with the smaller light pen. Still same opacity, just adding more detail to add more messiness to the already messy bun. Oh, and by the way, I'm just using my finger on the smallest iPad, whichever iPad came out 2 years ago. Okay, now I'm just going in with the white, adding more shininess, making it look more and more like the reference because that's how I wanted my bun to look. And then I will go, in a few seconds, I'll go in with the light brush with the lower opacity and just add more highlight on top of the other highlight to make it look more like the reference.